Two wheels are better than four. From the mountains to the shore, find us rolling up to the pub. We're 17 Scooters Club. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 17 Scooters Club. It's Olivia. It's just Olivia.
It's just Olivia.
It's Living Nat and Kate.
Living and Kate. Everybody's eating, so hi guys. Cheers.
I have burrata. I have burrata and wine. Katie has hummus and pretzels, and Liv has wine and wine.
Seltzer. I just had leftover chicken pot pie. I have leftover pizza in the fridge.
Ooh,
Yeah. I will say
Can you discuss your pot pie parties, please?
Okay, we will get there. I'm looking a little slick today. I put in a hair mask before we recorded, and I'm like, this is perfect.
I also kind of have one in that I never washed out, if you can tell.
I can tell something's going on.
Oh, cool.
Chicken pot pie parties. So I found chicken pot pie, I think it was middle school, maybe high school. If it was high school, it was like freshman year of high school. But I found out that chicken pot pie was my favorite. And I'm like, I love chicken pot pie. I want it for my birthday, but I'm like, I really don't trust everyone else to like make it how I want it. Like someone's gonna mess it up. Like I want to have a chicken pot pie party. So I think I made like 7 or 8 chicken pot pies, and all my friends came over and we had a chicken pot pie party. And it was great. And I just figured like I haven't done it in a while, but I'm like, I think this has to be a birthday tradition for me. Anyways, yesterday was my birthday, and yeah, I didn't have chicken pot pie. I had it on my birthday eve, and now I'm having leftovers today.
do you make the chicken pot pie?
Yes.
Can you send me your recipe?
You gotta.
That could be like a good thing to do.
No, it's great.
So-
and it's very cozy. It fits, it's cooked, so it fits into the Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Tate. Tate really wants to be a part of this.
I just find it really funny because if you think back to middle school, Liv, you were very like hipster and like
Yeah, wannabe hipster.
I wasn't a wannabe hipster. I was hipster.
she was a very authentic hipster. She
I
was
was
like,
authentic.
but that with the chicken pot pie, like that is just quite the combo.
It Liv's vibe.
I've just unique, you know? Like it fits.
We
Fits.
all
I've always liked to cook. Like I was a trad wife before it was hot.
That is true.
You were the hipster
Mhm.
trad wife.
Hipster trad wife. Like trad wife meets Harry Styles. Tate, come here.
Well, so what I
Come
keep
on, Tate.
seeing
You're
on
lost.
Instagram is like people. Well, I'll be specific. I saw people dressed up as colonial people, which I sent Liv. I was like, we need to do this because
Did you?
Was it me?
I did send it to you. Well, because I'm going to visit Liv, and I was like, we need to have founding father outfits and go for all I can do something fun.
Why
But, like,
do you
I
guys like
feel-
dressing up so much?
I'm just like people are making content about that nowadays, and I'm like, we were the OG. Like we used to do that all the time.
Yeah. No, I say this all the time. If we posted so for those of you who don't know, we had a talk show on our mom's little camcorder that she used for like recording our choir concerts and all of that fun stuff. And we didn't edit because either editing software didn't exist or it just didn't exist to us. So we would like
We used the green screen.
Katie would edit on the camera itself for the most part. So we would kind of rewind and then hit record where everything left off. And that's how we would do it for the most part. And we had a talk show called KKON. It was Katie, our good friend Keely, and then I was gonna not say her name, but I can't not say her name. So Olivia and Natalie, KKON. And we would make this on all of our free time. And we did this for years and years and years. Like I don't even think we have most of the videos left because we just would record over them. But like, this is like the beginning years of YouTube. Like if we posted these on YouTube,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have to be having jobs right now. Like we would just be like little idiots still. Can you imagine if we still had KKON? Like I wish. But just like stupid little skits like that, I would always do the commercial. I'd be like, but wait, there's more. And so I'll still say that in real life and I'll just think of KKON. And people will be like, oh, that's funny. But I'm just like thinking about KKON when I say it.
And it was
then
not just a talk show, like a podcast. It like we were out there, we were acting, we were wearing things, we were swimming around in the rain.
We were like spoof news.
Yes.
News.
Yeah.
It was spoof news.
And it
And
would
we
always be like my role was like there would always be like a crazy lady came and
Crisis.
attacked. And then we'd be like, wait, there's someone in the building. And then it would be like, but the fiddler is loose. And then I would run in with like a fiddle and then like attack the news hosts, which was Natalie and Keely. And so, yeah, we would just all have different skits. Katie was Sally to the extreme. We
I did
did
extreme sports, which is funny because that's what I do in my real adult life now.
I'm a crazy fiddler now too. I mean, it's very fitting. So yeah, KKON. I don't know where this started. Oh, but like we basically we were doing this stuff way before TikTok and everything, and we still have that inside of us. It's still in there, but I wish that we posted it online. But Mom made online feel like the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom, if you're listening.
I mean, to be fair,
No, that's
no,
okay.
no.
Good for you, Mom. It didn't work,
me
but it worked for Natalie.
off the grid.
She's safe. She's off the grid. Except for your text messages from Islamic corporations.
Oh no, it was from it was a DC number asking me my opinions on Israel, and I said I didn't answer. I was like, you don't want to know. I was like, they found me. I'm on a list.
I wonder if when I'm going to Mom's and Dad's this weekend for Super Bowl. I wonder if I could dig up any of our videos.
You should
You
look for them.
have
'Cause
to.
I would like to see them.
I wish we had them all the time.
So every few years I go and I do try to dig them up and look, and I'll take like a bunch of Snapchats of them, but I have to see if I can like preserve them. I don't even have anything at my house to play them because they're on the old like
We need them on the cloud.
Yeah.
If you get them on the cassette and keep them separate, I would consider investing on no matter how much it is. Like I feel like we could send them somewhere and they could turn them into like video like online, or I could probably buy like a cassette to computer player
Yeah.
and download them some way. I don't know. If you're techie and you want to watch our talk shows that we made as children, let us know.
They're pretty entertaining. I'm not
They are quite entertaining. But
Those should be
yeah, I'm
included in
curious.
like the time capsules that we send out to space for the aliens to tell them what Earth
No,
is like.
truly. KKON.
I think they would like us a lot better.
I just remember my iconic one was my pothole commercial. Not pothole. My potholder commercial. When I was obsessed with making those pot holders, like the rainbow ones that you made with rubber bands and you wove. And I was like swimming in them, and I was sitting on Katie's bed, and I was like, you could have a rainbow one, you could have a blue one, you could have a yellow one, and then it would like turn away, and then I'd be like, but wait, there's more.
I
For
do
the
we
price
have
of
that video. I watched that recently.
And there was
that's funny.
The elevator music in the background.
Yes. No, we thought this through.
Creative.
We were so creative. We should have had a show. People just weren't out trying to find us.
We should have been on Vine during that time, but like we lived under a rock. That's why we're using the camcorder.
Yeah, I didn't know what Vine was.
We didn't know that was a thing.
Actually, shout out Becky. I was always the kid that was like, what's that? What's that? And Becky would always explain literally everything to me. And so Becky, I would go over to her house and we'd watch Vines.
Yeah.
And
my friends made me a Facebook in 8th grade because I didn't
remember
have a Facebook, and I got in trouble for it.
I think I told on you. I think I told on you because
Definitely
I was
told on
like,
me.
I want a Facebook, and this bitch is out here with a Facebook.
Made it for me because they're like,
I didn't care.
I do not have a Facebook, and I was like,
the rage
I don't know
was
what it
real.
is.
I was like, if I can't have a Facebook, she can't have a Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, let me have a Facebook so I can spy on her. Yeah.
I feel like an old lady.
Speaking of blasts from the past, I thought it would be fun to reevaluate my Leo messages I've been getting.
Have you still been getting them?
So I guess Leo is a man who's been giving out my number to people for a very long time. And
decades at this point.
I feel like Leo might have had my number, or maybe he like chose this number to be his like go-to fake number for like people that it's only one person. It's Jack. Come on, Jack. 516 area code. Let's see where that is. 516.
To give everyone context, and Liv can go into her story, but we're going back like at least 15 years. Like this is
since when I got my phone.
Yeah.
I used to get calls for Leo. I think that he might be a doctor. Like, I want to drop the number, but then like it's my
Yeah.
phone number, so I don't really want to drop the number, but
Yeah,
I kind of
yeah.
do. Anyways, Leo lives in New York City. He is now looking for a place with somebody who lives in Long Island. He's in Nassau County, so he's like very close to actual New York City.
Fine.
Jack's phone number is 516-656-7302. Jack, if you're listening, stop texting me. I'm not Leo. Okay? He ghosted you. He doesn't want to talk to you. But anyways,
Maybe
he's
you are Leo.
interested. Maybe I am. He's
And you don't know
interested
it.
in 35 East June Street. Now, I really want to know where that is.
I'm gonna
Should I look it up?
I think you should go
35
visit.
East June Street. Yeah.
That's in Lindenhurst.
Is that New York?
That's cute. This is not the first address that you were sent,
Unit
though,
B,
right?
New York,
because
New
you've been
York.
sent other addresses as
York.
well.
How much money a
York.
month? This is how we could figure out about him
Frozen.
because
Yeah.
How much is it?
he's not talking about units, unfortunately. This one sold in 2021 for 3.9 million. I'm telling you,
Okay.
boy's a doctor. He's a doctor and he's playing these games. Katie, which one did you find? Because mine was like a place
I found 35
that's sold.
June Street, and that's in Lindenhurst.
Oh,
Did you look
why
that
did
one
I
up?
look up East? Oh, it's 35 East June Street.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute.
Okay. Where is
My-
Lindenhurst?
I'm zooming out. I believe
It's in New
it
York,
is-
right?
Yeah. Let's see.
Lindenhurst,
Yes.
New York. What
Whoa.
the Haley?
Whoa. Oh, that
Is
was
it
like-
just coming up because it's close to you?
No.
Is it in Long Island?
I believe it's in Long Island.
Maybe he is moving to Long Island. I would not call that cute.
Well, cute for Leo, I guess. Leo's been at it for a long time.
I liked my 3.9 mil. a
Do we
little
know
bit better.
Leo's anything else about Leo? Like, because this, like, my first thought, back in the day was like, oh, like we had crazy theories. We're like, Leo's in jail. Leo went to jail and we got his phone number. But, like, do we think Leo is a senile old man? Because, like, 15 years ago, he still could have been, like, is he typing in
could have
his
been
number
old.
wrong? Your number also, I'm obviously not going to say it, but the last 4 digits are
A
very
tequila
similar.
brand. Yeah.
That's
So,
a
like,
gift.
it could be, is someone just get like that's the first number, like that's a very easy number to guess, or do you think
He
like,
might.
genuinely thinks that, like, is he senile?
Remember a few years ago, it was really popular to text your number neighbor? Maybe he's my number neighbor. And
I
there's
never heard
like,
of
oh,
And he's been giving out
it's like,
your number.
let's say my number is 4340. The last ones, I would text 4341 and 4339.
and just say,
And
hi,
be
we're
like-
never neighbors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, precisely. I'm surprised I didn't do that. That is very up my alley. But I
That
think
is
I would
very
be
up your alley.
I think I'd be way too upset if somebody was like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to you, number neighbor. Like,
No, I think you would
But-
text them and you'd be like, okay, I'm done with this now.
what I think is kind of fun though is that your number neighbor has your area code. So your number neighbor is like kind of near you, you know?
Should we
like,
text our number neighbors?
should we text our number neighbors?
I'll text a number neighbor.
What should we say? Should I ask chat if we should text our number neighbors?
I'm gonna text mine. Should
I'm
I
gonna
go
read
one
it
up
out
or
loud.
one down?
Hey chat, I want to text my number neighbor. What should I say? I said, hey Chad.
You
Okay,
could do
before
one
I
up
lock
and
in-
one down and say, hello, number cul-de-sac.
Okay, this is what chat says. Before I lock it in, I need one tiny clarifier because this could go a few ways. When you say text my number neighbor, do you mean someone whose phone number is 1 digit off from yours? Accidental neighbor? Physical neighbor? And you already have their number. You're texting a neighbor to ask them for their number. 4, you got a wrong number text and you want a funny chill reply. Reply with 1, 2, 3, 4 and your vibe. I'm going to say reply with 1 and we want to be silly. 1 and we want to be silly. It's for the podcast.
It's for the podcast.
Perfect. Silly and podcast, we commit to the bit. Here are copy paste options ranked from cute silly to unhinged but safe. Ooh, I like unhinged. Pick your chaos level. Number 1. There's 5 of them. Am I okay to read all of them?
Go for it.
Playful and wholesome. Hey, number neighbor, I think our phone numbers are siblings. Just popping in to say hi before Destiny calls the wrong person again. I kind of love that. We could try them all. That actually could be like which
Wait.
one works the best.
I just said hi, number neighbors. I just wanted to pop in and say hi, and I did
love
both of
it.
mine. I hope you couldn't see my thing on there.
You already did it.
I'm
I'm
sending it
pasting. I'm pasting all 5 of these to our group chat so we could all take turns using them.
I will tell you my favorite.
Okay, I'm on to the next. No, Natalie, I'll just text your number neighbor. And they're gonna be like, wait, you're not my number neighbor. I'm like, well, you're my sister's number neighbor. Okay, second, self-aware silly. Hi, number neighbor. Our phone numbers are 1 digit apart, so this felt like fate. No emergency, just vibes. Don't love that one. Tier 3. Hello, number neighbor. This is a courtesy hello from the adjacent digits. I like this. Please tell your phone number family I said hi.
I like that one.
I like that one. Slightly unhinged, but charming. Hey, our phone numbers are basically neighbors, and I felt it would be rude not to introduce myself. This is not a scam, just curiosity. I like that one. 5, commit fully to the bit. Hey, number neighbor, our phone numbers are 1 digit apart, and I need to acknowledge this moment. No action required, but thank you for your time.
No, I kind of like our phone numbers are basically neighbors or siblings, and it.
Which one was that?
From adjacent digits. I also liked.
Hello, number neighbor. This is a courtesy hello from Deja. Yeah, I like that one. That's something Natalie would choose tier 3, the third one.
The third one?
This is a courtesy hello from adjacent digits. Please tell your phone number I said hi. That's it's kind of like dry. I'm surprised mine didn't tell me not to do that. That is very Natalie.
Saying.
Did you texted yours, Katie?
Yeah, one had an iPhone and one didn't.
If mine doesn't have an iPhone, I am blocking them immediately.
The one below had an iPhone, and then the one above didn't.
I'm kind of nervous. What if they're mean? I'm using number 3. Hello, number neighbor. This is a courtesy hello from the adjacent ditch. Please tell. This is really hard to say. Please tell your phone number family I said hi. And I'm doing that for the one below me, I think.
We'll see.
Wait, that changes. Mine's like a round number, so it goes from.
I had to round up. Instead of ending in a 49, I had to end in 50 for the up.
Instead of like, I'm just gonna say 1800, I gotta go to 1799. Right, that's correct. That's wild. They have an iPhone. I gotta turn. This one has an iPhone. What if it's a kid? That's creepy. I hope I get like an old lady who's like, oh my god, this is hilarious. I've never heard of it, and like becomes obsessed with it. Tells their kids, and their kids are like, Mom, this has been a thing for like 3 years.
Quite literally me. What? I never heard of that.
What is that? Hey, neighbor, I think our phone numbers are siblings, just popping in before Destiny calls the wrong person again. I like that one. I'm going to send that to the one above me. And I'm going to turn off notifications so I don't get scared if they answer. What if it's somebody I know? That would be Destiny. Oh, they both have iPhones.
I'm jealous.
I know. Natalie, want me to text yours? Natalie's just not going to text them.
It would be funnier
so
if you
weird.
sent it.
Wait, I love that. What if I become, like, what if I get a pen pal out of this? Like, a real person instead of texting chat all the time? Like, chat, do you think this is a good idea? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I said, hey, chat, and it came up as, hey, Chad, and chat didn't do anything about it. Just, like, was
like,
continued
it's
on.
just typical Liv behavior.
Yeah. She's making names for me again. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see who gets a response back first. I should have just stuck with the iPhone, but I did make a group message of my cul-de-sac neighbors.
You made it. Oh, you sent them both all together.
Yeah, so maybe they would, if they were dumb, they might catch on and be like, oh, I see.
Oh, it's a number neighbor.
Yeah.
I sent them each separately.
Okay, 2 different strategies. I like it.
Okay. I also sent different copy and paste to see which one works better. Can you look up I think you can look up the phone numbers, can't you? If I Google it?
Let's look up somebody's phone.
Let's see. I'm just going to Google it.
I think it's crazy you're
First
right.
one.
It's the same area code.
Yes. Bridget. She's 31 and lives in Poughkeepsie, New York. Do you know her?
Okay.
I'm going to look her up on Facebook. This is going way too dark. I cannot. I'm not chill enough. I love it. Let's see. Facebook.
How did you look it up that quick?
No. I'm really good at this,
okay? I'm really good at being creepy. I'm gonna search her, see if I have any mutual friends. How crazy would that be?
Do you know where mine is? Mine's in Red Hook, and they're over the age of 65.
Oh.
There's one. This one's blonde. She's pretty. She has 254 friends. She's from Toronto, of course. That's why. Okay,
I'm
let's
not
see
finding
all.
it.
Let's see. Poughkeepsie, New York. No.
Well, mine
Oh,
are
no.
A funeral home. That's so sweet.
Oh, no. My
Okay,
other one
I
is
think I'm gonna
78
have
years
to go
old.
to. That's sweet. They're not texting you back. That's the one that without an iPhone, isn't it? I know way too much about this gal.
Fast.
LinkedIn. Poor girl. She's a RN.
Oh, I think he died.
No, I'm gonna send
Number
y'all a
neighbor?
screenshot.
My number neighbor died.
How do you
Katie.
know?
I googled his name. I was taking it a little too far. And I found his obituary. Here, I'll send you guys
Are you
a
sure
picture.
it's him?
Oh,
Yeah, it's of the same town. Oh, well, number neighbor.
mm-hmm.
I mean, it could
Well,
be.
okay.
Oh,
Oh, your number neighbor's cute.
yeah. Maybe they had to
Little
redonate his phone number
man.
though.
What happens with that? This is one of my number neighbors. I wish we could be posting.
Honestly.
Okay, I'm going to look up. I've just found
Unless-
it very quick.
Just like me, they're
Hold on.
What's going on?
I think there's
New Windsor. Do you know her? She doesn't have any social media.
She looks nice. No, I don't know her.
I know. A
Here.
gynecologist.
I'm sending you something which might be bad. Maybe I shouldn't have texted my number neighbor. Zoom in. I think my number
Did they
neighbor-
text you back?
No, but when I googled the name, maybe this is who they reallocated it to. Look at what I'm pointing at. Right?
No.
Zoom in on the screenshot under his name.
No. Well, that one we could post.
No. Yeah, that one doesn't have a name, so we can just zoom in.
It
I'm a
does
little
have a name, Kate.
confused.
Is it the same name as the man?
Okay, my man he's a hoarder. He has 7 different phone numbers.
What?
Oh.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. He must be some sort of like weird weirdo. But honestly, he lives in New
weird
Windsor. His name is Daniel. His other phone numbers are all 845. And one's with Time Warner Cable in New Hampshire. One is Verizon. One is New Singular. One is Patek Communications. So he's doing some weird shit. I don't like this number neighbor, Dan. I'm going to search him though. I could find his house.
Don't worry, crisis averted because when they put like last name comma 2 names. No, just kidding. No, this guy, the scary guy, only came up because Jeffrey is his middle name. His first name is Steven, and he lives in Tennessee, so all good.
Okay.
There's a musician. Oh, somebody dies in Newburgh pedestrian accident.
Yeah, was that recent?
Struck and killed by a vehicle in Newburgh, December 10th, 2024. Wow.
Oh,
Hudson
wow.
Taco.
Wow. We like Hudson Taco.
Oh, poor man. I think one of mine is dead, but we'll see if he answers. That would be quite the hoot.
Well, I'm glad that
Look at where
is
this-
something exciting that we get to do together.
Why do I want to block mine?
You have to wait.
Why do I just want to post and ghost. I don't want to have to deal with the answers, but I will do it.
You can you don't have to answer. Anyway, can we talk about my encounter yesterday?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, and I've told the story in the past, that there's a man voice in my backyard. To give you context, I do have neighbors, but they're not that close, and they're like they don't really have kids, and they're not outside yelling for their dogs. I have 5 acres, so my neighbors are like kind of far. Across the street in the front yard, there is a neighbor, but then they live on 100 acres, and then behind me, it attaches to 200 acres. So though I do have neighbors, it's a lot of like woods. So in the past, if you remember, the first time it was like, and this is interesting actually, as I'm like thinking about the story as I'm telling you, it's kind of escalated because it originally started when I got home. It was dark. I thought John was out back by the chickens, and I heard him say, I'm pretty sure in that first story, I thought he said like babe or like hey or like something that was like and I remember thinking like, oh no, what's wrong? Like that's his voice, but he said it in like just the tone that like something was wrong, like not a hey. Like it was and I remember thinking like what's wrong? And so I was like talking to whoever it was, they weren't answering, and then he ended up not being back there. So then fast forward to, I think it happened one other time and I like ignored it. And then maybe 2 months ago, it was coldish. So it was like first snow. So maybe like end of November. We have multiple cars and like work vans and whatnot. So I didn't know like if John was home or not. So I get home and it's dark and I hear like yelling outside. I'm outside with the dog and I'm like, and it sounds like John, it's his voice. And I'm like, that's really weird. So I put the dog inside and I go out on the back deck, and over at the side where there are no neighbors, I hear like I don't know if they're saying like fuck or hey or but the same kind of like babe, hey, yeah, something like that. And then I'm like, okay, weird. And I thought that like, I don't know, maybe he was trapping raccoons, maybe like we always are doing some weird things. Like he's hunting
Rednecks.
rats. I'm not sure what was going on. So then I'm like, it's dark. Why the heck is he in our front yard? Like we have snow. We live in New York. We have a lot of snow. Like nothing's plowed over there. We use our backyard. So I'm like, what is he doing? And then I heard noises like on the side yard, like there was snow crunching. And I was like, what the heck? So I'm yelling off of the deck, like, babe, like what's wrong? Like John? And the person's going, ah, like fuck. And I was like, or whoever it was. And I was like, is there something wrong? So then I like got kind of annoyed. I was like, okay, well, if there's something wrong and you're throwing a fit, then I'm just gonna leave you out there because clearly if I can hear you, you can hear me and whatever. So I call him and he's like, I'm not home. And I was like, well, someone is yelling in the front yard. And there's like the person who lives across the street, he's 80 years old and he only lives there part time. So like he's
Wasn't
no, it wasn't him. He
Yeah.
wasn't like stuck in his wheelchair in our front yard.
Back
I didn't, but now looking out, like we have cameras in the back. We only ever get animals, but there's a ton of animal footprints. So I did not.
You don't. What if it's like a not deer?
Well,
You don't have like cameras all around your house, all 360?
Mm-mm. No, we only
Damn.
have like hunting cameras in the back, and they aren't even like a live stream. It's like when there's movement, it takes a picture.
Yeah.
We might upgrade. So then fast forward to last night. I had an interview today. I had like a really big day. So I wanted to be in bed early at like 10 o'clock. John is on the bowling team. So
Wait, he bowls? I
He was
love
on a
that.
bowling team, yeah. So he was bowling, and then I was lazy, and I was like, "Hey, I didn't get any water because we buy like the big jugs." I was like, "Can you please, when you get home, we live 2 minutes from the store. Can you please get water?" He said, "Yeah." So I'm in bed. I'm laying in bed, and I hear him come home, and he gets the water jugs from the basement. I hear him like loading up the car, and again I hear yelling outside, and I hear this time it sounds like they're saying like, "Hey," or "Babe," or like the same kind of like a negative male voice, and like like babe. So I sit up from bed, like Tony heard it. He sat up. I sit up from bed just to kind of listen a little bit better. And it's coming from where he is. And I hear it was like, ah. And so I go to call him and he doesn't answer. He comes up the steps, like inside, and I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like confused. He's like, what? And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, nothing's wrong. There's another water jug up here. And I was like, were you just yelling outside? And he was like, no. And I was like, were you just outside? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, and you didn't hear any yelling? And I'm like, and he was like, no, not at all. And I was like, I heard yelling in your voice outside. So it's concerning that every time it's in John's voice, he never
only
hears
we can hear it.
and only
Yeah.
I and Tony can hear it. So it started as like
Okay.
a hey, like that very first time. And then the second time, I forget, I think it was like just a one word over and over. And then the third time is when it was on the deck and it was like this person was throwing a fit. I thought they were hurt, whatever, never answered. He's not home. I'm like, okay. And then this time again, it like was starting to escalate. And then when he like went outside, it stopped.
I feel like this is the fourth time because I feel like you've also heard it behind your chickens at one point.
Yeah, that was the first two times.
The first two times. Yeah,
And
that's
there's
freaky.
women that live back, like the people who do live in the closest house right there. They're two girls.
Yeah, that's
It's
scary.
closer and on the side when there's no oh, is that Zion?
There's nothing.
There's
I
nothing
think like
on it.
yeah. I mean, what if it's like did the guy die in that house, the previous owner?
No, this was their vacay house.
I'm like I wonder if that happened and
You need to cleanse your yard.
Yeah, you have to cleanse your house. You haven't cleansed it since you moved in?
Cleanse the house and the
I
yard.
do all the time. It's really the yard. The inside is fine, and I don't think anyone died here. The guy was like
You got to perimeter your
the
yard.
outdoorsy guy, and then the only other person who lived here was one other person, and she was a horse lady.
Weird.
So
It sounds sketchy. It sounds shady.
it sounds like it's targeting
it's scary. It sounds like it's learning John to target you.
Yes, because he's always outside doing things, and like I'm sure when he hits his hand with a hammer, or when he's like, "Rah, like fuck, I messed this up." Like that's what it sounds like. But like it's who throws.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to like perfectly portray the way John sounds.
Sounds just like John. And then every time I call him, he's like, "No, I'm not home. No, I didn't hear that. No, I was just outside." And then when I like acknowledge it, like when I call him, or like when he came inside and was like, "No," and then he left,
It stops.
Ooh, you're not supposed to acknowledge it.
I know, but it tricks me every time.
Yeah. I think what you're not supposed to do is not like reply to it.
Which I was on the back deck. I was like, "Babe," it's like, and I'm like, "Babe, are you okay?"
Can you record it next time?
Yeah, I just never think of that in the moment, but yes, I can.
You gotta try it. I want to. You just need the. Yeah,
I know. And the crazy thing is, we have 2 cameras in the back, and they are facing like where the animals come in. But the only thing we ever get is like maybe a deer or 2 and squirrels. So like nothing crazy, unless it's like going around because it's only pointed one certain way.
Yeah, like a scary person would know how to like avoid cameras.
Or is it like a not deer or an SW?
Something
or
that doesn't arrive on.
I don't know.
Chat says SWs don't exist in the East, which would be cool.
But that's for like Windy
Boys.
Yes.
Windy Boys and stuff like that, which is very similar.
And what scares me is that, yes, I have neighbors like on my street. Like when you're pulling in, I do have neighbors. And technically there's someone across the street and technically someone on the other side. But I'm sandwiched on 300 acres of just land, open land over there.
Across the street and next to you.
And yeah.
And kind of behind you.
Yeah, it's a river. Yeah, back there. It's the 200 is back there. So I don't know. So I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully it never happens during the day. It's always at night, always when I'm
that's shady.
Do you think it got confused? Okay, think about this. It's always when I've been outside. Yesterday was the first time I was able to hear it when I was inside, because the last 2 times it was when I was getting home in the dark and I heard it in the back. And then the 3rd time, when it was like escalated and it got a little crazy, I was outside on the deck with the dog, and that's how I heard it. Last night, I wonder if whatever it got confused. It was John. John was outside loading the.
But maybe I thought John was Katie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Also, what
if it's being like? I was thinking that too.
Wait,
so you don't know where it was.
Yeah.
Say it again. You cut out.
Like banshees.
Yeah.
When you hear banshee close, it means it's far away. When you hear it far away, it means it's close. And there's a few other things like that.
It was just weird that every single time it's when I was alone outside. And then this time John was alone outside, but I could hear it and he couldn't. So maybe whatever it was, like you said, thought he was me.
Or he just doesn't want to freak you out.
What if it's telepathic? Like, what if it's something that we actually can't even, like, he can't hear? If you took a video, we wouldn't even hear it. And it's something that's, like, telepathically just sending straight to you. Like, trying to lure you outside for some reason.
I don't know. Am I schizophrenic? I'm not sure.
Could be. You're a little too self-aware for that.
Maybe.
I was going to say that. Like, mom and dad, like, they swear there's no such thing as ghosts. Like, there's no such thing as this. There's no such thing as that. And I think even if they did believe in ghosts or anything, they would never tell us because they don't want to scare us. And so I could see that. I could see Hassam did that to me a few times when we were in our old apartment that was kind of haunted, and everything, like, electronically everything was happening, like his music starting in the middle of the night and my like phone flipping through, or lights turning on by themselves, doors closing and locking. Like, he would just be like, just Winston. And I'm pretty sure he believes in that stuff, but he just would never admit it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to freak you out. Yours was bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Running? What do you mean running? Today,
something I can guarantee about myself is I was in no special program.
I don't
That's
think
for
I was
sure.
either, but
They
that
did
did
not
happen to
want.
my car today. It was going.
I do
Weird.
notice a lot of flashing lights, but I don't think that they're like there's lights that are always flashing. I'm just
Wait,
always
Liv, do you
like,
remember
what?
on your runs? I think at your old apartment with the flashing lights at the outside, like other
Yeah,
people's houses flashed at you.
yeah. I remember sending those videos. I'm like, is it just me? Like, I feel like it was a sign, but it was also like, it can't be just a sign to me that every house like every other house I pass has flashing lights. Like, I can't be the only one seeing this.
I
And then,
think
like, the
Nat has
coffee
those
shop I go
places.
to, I
Mm.
mean, I did spend a lot of time staring at things on tables trying to make them move. Still do sometimes.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
cool, but
think
I do think out of everything that says, it says the gate program was ended by the time we were there, but I mean that doesn't mean shit. Like
Yeah.
maybe they're just testing on all of us at that point and they just didn't need a special program. They're just like, let's
I
just
was in the More
incorporate
Club.
this. I remember you were because I was like, you smarty pants.
It wasn't
Yeah.
even.
Do you have Mall World dreams
They were
though?
definitely
I
testing
don't.
on you.
I don't.
I
Okay,
recently
so
told you
I
that I've been to a
heard
new place in Mall World.
you
but go ahead.
did. Okay, you have to explain that in a moment. I recently learned that dreaming means that you're not getting like rest. You're not getting rest.
Yeah, you're like stressed. Garmin
I
says
guess
that.
I'm a
I'm
great
dreaming I'm
sleeper.
stressed.
Garmin always says that to me too because I was trying to decipher on ChatGPT. I'm like, okay, so why am I always stressed when I'm asleep? And I'm like, because I'm not really stressed during the day. I'm only stressed when I'm asleep. And they're like, well, if you go to bed hungry, you have higher cortisol levels. If you go to bed like dehydrated after liquor, if you go to bed stressed, or
Mhm.
like any of these things, like then you're more likely to have dreams. And I'm like, oh, I thought dreams were just like a creative mind, but it's just like you're stressed out. You're active when you're asleep because you're stressed. And it's a different type of stress. It's not like my heart's beating faster because my I'm dreaming and I'm like actually seeing I'm living in a world in my head. But
Or in
like
another
people who
universe.
don't dream, yeah, I know. People who don't dream just have like really chill night's sleep.
I think I
So,
just.
well, I mean that does make sense. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm always coming out of a dream and I think I might have said this before. I always just want to go back to sleep because I want to get back into that dream. I'm like this was so interesting. Like I want to go back to sleep because I want to be back in this dream.
Exact same for me. I always dream in
Really?
the morning. The data on my watch shows that I dream. I have my REM sleep, rapid eye movement, whatever, in the morning. And it's the same
Huh.
thing. It's like when something good is about to happen, I'm about to get out of Mall World. I'm about to like go do something in my
Mhm.
dream. And then I'll wake up and I'm like, shoot, I have like an hour. I want to go back to sleep and I want to go right to that same place. And I never can.
And you go back to sleep
Hmm,
and you dream of something different. And then you wake up again and then you're like,
I
"Oh, I'm
want
going
to
to
go back.
snooze it again." And you do that like 4 or 5 times.
Yes.
Me too.
It's weird.
It is weird because I always thought REM was like your deepest, most like rejuvenating sleep. But is that not true?
It's rapid eye movement. It means your eyes are going, and mainly it's because you're dreaming. I don't know.
It's your.
That
Hmm.
it's thinking. That's why you're, which is so freaking creepy to think about. Imagine me just laying there, like walking around Mall World, like going swimming in the pool and trying to get to the beach and whatnot, and my eyes are just going back and forth like crazy when you're sleeping.
Yeah, that's a horror movie I don't want to watch.
That.
Yeah.
But anyway, real quick. So I know we did an entire episode on Mall World. So if you want to hear exactly how everything kind of played out, you can go back and listen to that one. But at my Mall World, there's also a hotel, and part of the hotel is the hallways are always green, and I'm always just like never ending walking through the hallways. And so
You're in the back rooms, Katie.
I think I am, but there are
That's
hotels.
scary. Okay.
Yeah. So like
It's
I'm
weird that there's a hotel.
there's a hotel, there's a beach. I'm always like trying to get out of the hotel to go to the beach or the pool. But my
Like, let me out of
original
the back rooms. I just want to go on vacation.
pool, I'm always in like a hallway. And my original hallway, remember, it was like kind of dingy. Remember those crazy bathrooms? Like kind of if I
Mhm.
never have an actual hotel room. Like in my mind, I have a hotel room, but I never like open a door. I never, sometimes I get stuck in the elevators, but oftentimes I'm just walking, never ending. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm going to this hotel or I'm going to my hotel room. And the hallways are like super dark green, like my room color dark green. However, recently I've gone to this Small World twice. I've been upgraded to the hotel. So it has like, think about like Titanic steps, like they come down and they like splay out, but
Ooh.
everything is green.
I
And I'm
like
like,
those.
ooh, like my room is up here. And so I go up the steps and like everything is like an updated, very sleek, very new. Again, I'm just walking down the green hallway. But this time, so normally my mission is that I need to get out of the elevators. Sometimes I'm in like a gondola at the hotel and I'm really trying hard to get to the beach because the beach is there. This time I actually made it outside and I made it to the pool and I was the only one swimming in the pool. And I was like, what is everyone doing? Why are they not swimming? But instead of being able to see the ocean, there was like a giant boardwalk, but the boardwalk was standing up. So it was a wall. I still couldn't get to the ocean. But this one was nicer. I actually made it to the pool and everything was upgraded and new in my hallway. Yeah, no, I know. But oftentimes, like in this one and the previous ones, I remember like where it starts in my memories. I'm just in the hallway. Like I start in the hallway. But
Okay.
sometimes I take the gondola to the hallway.
Yeah,
You got a
gondola to the
gondola.
hallway. That
Do you
reminds me of
have-
my that like the hotel I stayed in at the ski resort because we had to take a gondola to the hotel.
Yeah, and you could see it. Like I've come in on the gondola and I'm like, oh, there's a hotel, but we got to get through the hotel because then I got to get to the beach. And then I offload and I'm like, not
Can
going
you
in the
see
elevators.
everything under the gondola? Like, what does it look like under the gondola? Like, are you looking at a beach town?
No, I'm looking at a resort. It's always a resort. It's like a resort
Like
and there's
Disney?
little
That's
like
weird.
umbrellas, lots
Is
of
it tropical?
Yeah. Yeah, but there's no palm trees. It feels tropical, but there's no palm trees. What do you mean? When I'm
Like
there?
something like that. Like, yeah.
I remember pretty early. I think I'm just vacation's clearly always on my mind, maybe. I'm not sure. And the green
I'm-
hallways, I mean, green, if we want to think logically, the green is like all the accent colors
Abundance.
in our
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back as far as I can. You want to know what comes to mind?
What?
Us bringing all of Dad's tarps behind the hammock in those woods and trying to build a little hut for us to live in.
We did that a lot.
We did that a lot. And like, I don't really know what else I remember, but I remember that, and we did that often.
We did. That was
I-
fun because the
I have a
type
bunch
And
of
we're like-
random ones.
You're like, Mom, can we sleep out here? And she's like, No, guys, you don't want to sleep out there. We're like, But we do.
I
Like,
remember
look,
that.
nobody could see us. Like, we literally just looked like homeless people.
I'm trying to
Really?
think how old you would be because that was like me and Keely. I met Keely in second grade. I don't know if in second grade we were actually doing that. That was probably like a fifth grade activity. So if you're 4 years younger than me, fifth grade,
I was in like first grade.
yeah. So that, I guess that would make sense.
I was
Pretty
in,
young. Yeah, I was in
I was in
kindergarten.
Clearly, I just
I
made
just
you
remember the
uncomfortable.
sticks always like poking us. Like trying
I
to tie
remember
the
wanting
tarps
to
to the
sleep out there.
sticks. No,
I
I
remember
do. Yes, so we used to like make our shelves in the closet beds, and we would like curl up on them like we were dogs or
You guys
cats.
would stuff me.
We are like, look, Mom, we can all sleep in a closet. Like, what was up with us? What was wrong with us?
She was probably
Why
like,
did-
"What's wrong with my kids?"
I know. Like, you're like, why do they just want to sleep in different places? They just want to make
Why
different
do my
beds.
children-
Yeah.
Remember, we also wanted to. I remember in the rain. This might have been. I don't know if it was a Keely thing. It might have been a me and Liv thing. In the rain, we had this giant umbrella, so we always wanted to go outside and duck down
And-
under the umbrella. And we were. I remember asking Mom, "Can we sleep out here?"
You
I
running
don't remember that.
on the flooded.
Yeah,
Now people,
asked her.
I tell people I like to sleep, and people never believe
you
me.
like
yeah. You're like, I'm not
No.
moving, and I was like, okay, fine. Well, I'm leaving, and then your air mattress was floating.
I don't think people believe me when I say I'm a heavy sleeper. Like, I don't think they believe how heavy of a sleeper I am. I'm like, getting up, I'm not getting out of bed. You could try to wake me up as much as you want, but
you are a
slept.
heavy sleeper.
I slept through a hurricane in a puddle. Yeah,
And
that is such a you thing.
Do you want to know what mine is? I've thought about this a lot.
I was young.
Hmm.
The house we lived in before. It's the house technically, Liv, you were born in, but we didn't really live there.
I
The
don't
one with the
remember.
pond.
We
How early is your first memory supposed to be? Like, what age were you in all of these?
I was probably 5 or 6 in this because I remember we were ice skating on the pond and Uncle Jeff had fell and he cut his face open because there was sticks and stuff that were growing out because it was kind of like a swamp. So we probably shouldn't have been skating. And I remember he fell and like got a stick in his head and Mom and Dad were like, and I'll tell you why I remember this. I don't even remember the gross part. They were like, you need to go get a towel. And I'm like, but I'm skates, and they're like, go inside. And I was like, okay. So I ran inside with my ice skates on. I was like, I've never done this before. I don't know. What does it say? How early is your earliest memory?
3 or 4, between ages 2.5 and 4.
I was gonna
So
say probably around 3.
yeah, 3 being the most common. And then okay, so preschool you were ages 3
Okay.
and 4, and then kindergarten you're
Oh,
4
I
and
remember
5.
a lot of preschool.
I remember a decent amount of preschool. I remember like all of kindergarten, but I think my first memories were in preschool because I remember. So remember, so you walk in, it's preschool, right? And there's like a room, and then there's like a little cutout. I remember every morning I would try to walk straight.
Fun time.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I'm going to walk straight between
I
this
remember you
cutout
doing that and
and that
walking into the
cutout.
walls.
Yeah, and I walked into the walls and I would turn around and be like, see, I told you, the walls aren't straight. And I would do that every single day, every single time I walked there. And I'm like, watch, I'm going to do it again. The walls aren't straight. I can walk in a straight line. I did it again. And then I'd be like, watch, here comes the wall. I'm going to walk into it. And I'm like, see, the walls aren't
Was
straight.
this
And
the textured wall? Like it had a bunch of like rock.
We used to drop off box tops all the time.
No, so I think that was a far wall. That was the textured wall with the rocks. And then against it was the one the classrooms were on.
Oh, I see.
So it was like cut out classroom, and then it would like cut in, and it would cut out classroom, and it would cut in again.
Okay, this is so weird that you say this. So my memories of there are a little tainted because I worked there. So I think all of my memories that I'm thinking of are when I worked there.
Wait, I forget that. Wait, what did you do there?
She was a camp counselor.
I
The
was a
water
camp
table.
counselor for a year.
You were. Oh
Yeah.
my
I
god!
went to camp when you were a
Because
camp
I
counselor.
wanted to do that as a job, but I didn't.
So, but now that you're saying with the walls, I've had a dream that I was there and I was back working again and I was in there and nothing was filled in the rooms, but I do remember the crooked rooms from my dream. But anyway,
I think my very first actual memory, I think that they tend to, I wonder if they tend to be,
maybe that's with my ice skates and Uncle Jeff's face bleeding.
I feel like they have to be like lively.
Mine usually aren't.
I do remember in that old house, I guess around that same time the face thing happened. You guys are probably too not old enough for this, but there used to be a toy, which is like the worst child toy ever. It was like this black square that you plugged into the wall, and you had, think about individual Christmas lights. You had these different color Christmas lights that you would put in this black square, put it in a hole, and it would light up. So you were like, this is so fun. Like you just put lights in, and it was like a toy that everyone had in the 90s. And I do remember sitting in the sunroom playing with that and really liking it.
Did you actually really like it though? Or were you scared?
Yeah. No,
It
was fun.
said
Like,
first memories are more likely to be emotionally charged, but they're not usually traumatic. Okay, that goes in. Remember when, well, I actually did a lot of stuff when Dad was sleeping, when he was supposed to be watching us. So I remember we were crafting outside and I stapled my thumb and he had to pull the staple, like it went through my thumb and he had to pull it out. But I do remember I decided I was going to cut my own hair, and I was in with the cool kids of preschool, and I cut my own hair, and I put like, and I had this hat. It was actually really cool, but it had a pom pom that like went from side to side, sort of like a graduation cap, and I wore that to school like in the fall when I like. And it was warm inside, and I remember going in, and all the cool girls were like, "Why are you wearing a hat?" and like touched the pom pom, and then one of them pulled it off my head. And they're like, "You gave yourself a haircut? Who cuts their hair like that?" And I think honestly, that's my first memory.
I remember that. Do you know how I found out, or we found out that
you gave yourself the grandpa cut?
I found the hair.
I think you did find the hair.
I was, you know where you left it.
I'm an artiste. Where did I leave it? I don't know.
Patty would come in and wake us up and get us up. You were in like a rebellious stage. You were cutting your hair. I had a really cool rock collection, and I'm not even saying this. Grampy gave me like his gem and stone, like super.
I was
cool
jealous.
Yeah, and you would steal
I remember
it.
that.
So
yeah,
we
I
were
do
in
remember
a
that.
giant fight. You and I were in the bunk beds. I was in the top bunk. You were in the
I know
bottom
where
bunk.
I put it.
And the alarm was going off because we had an alarm, but Liv would never turn the alarm off when she was the bottom bunk.
Because I'm a deep sleeper from birth.
So I would have to shimmy on down. And I was like in a terrible mood because you were messing with my rock collection. And I come down and you, I guess, were feeling spiteful. You left the pile, it was like a mouse, a pile of hair on top of the snooze button, and my rock was right next to it. And then I remember Patty coming in and being like, "What is this?" And then I remember like going off of her energy. I'm like, "I don't know. I thought it was a mouse, but like, look, here's my rock."
Guys,
She
I was
took
doing
it.
witchcraft, okay? I was a little baby witch. I was casting spells all through the night.
Probably on me using my emerald.
Oh my god. Well, that was your I think I took that one because I think that's your birthstone.
It is.
So I'm like, she likes that the best. Like, I'm gonna speak it.
Probably.
No, I definitely did that. I remember looking through them and being like, which one's Katie's favorite one? What?
Or was
Yeah.
that you, Liz?
Pizza
It was one of
boxes?
you.
I think that was somebody playing tricks on me because I had the top bunk and it was like at eye
That's
level.
how I cleaned, okay?
Yeah, it might have been like us cleaning, or that's when we all shared a room. Like it could have been like us cleaning, it could have been us like being silly, but yeah, we put things under there because it was for, well, I guess we were short, so maybe it's not eye level. I don't know. Why was I squirreling things under there?
I don't.
I do remember that because you could slide things underneath the bunk bed.
Oh, no,
Is that what you're talking about?
Because you know how when you're laying on the bottom of the bunk bed and you look up, it has those slats.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's probably where all the stuff was. It wasn't up in the bunk with me. It was Liv hiding.
No, I was creating collections, okay? You had a rock collection, I had a random junk collection. And
You
I had
were
a
like
pizza box collection under the
a
bed
little
at age like
homeless man in
7.
a cave.
I don't know, but I do remember, like, I think I would grab the leftovers and take them. And I'm like, the trash is so far away. Why don't we have a trash in our room? Like, the pizza box doesn't fit. And so I'd throw everything under the bed. And so mom would come up and look under the bed and be like, what is this? And it would just be like, all my dirty clothes went under the bed. All my trash went under the bed.
Oh
It
my
was-
goodness.
My backpack went under the bed. The pull-up box, sort of.
I don't remember.
It was just a
that.
little
Was that
box.
in our
Sort of.
It was next to the
I had-
door.
I remember pulling them up, being like, look at my pull-ups. Honestly, I low-key miss pull-ups, but don't worry, we'll see them again one day.
room?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know.
Oh, you were a little devious. Yeah, cutting your hair, squirreling things away, stealing my rocks.
It all makes
And you
sense.
call
I was
me
always
devious.
devious. Well, Natalie's devious in a quiet manner. I'm devious
Yeah.
in a very loud and boisterous manner. Like, Natalie will poison you quietly and silently.
Entertainment.
You're
I
just
need to be
like, what
entertained,
can I
okay?
do?
Like, somebody looks at me wrong. Like, okay, so we just drove to Big Sur for my birthday, right?
Oh boy.
And I was hungry. And we stopped at this one place. His son was like, we came here a few years ago, last time the road was open, because it's been closed for a while, because the rock slides keep breaking pieces of the road, so you can't drive all the way through from where we live up to Monterey, but we could today, because it reopened. And he was like, last time we were here, we went here, and it was really cool. And we were just, like, the door was open, we stuck our head in, and it was really cool. It kind of reminded me of, like, Shrek house meets, like, France, like fancy French.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like, there was a
Fancy Shrek.
fireplace. They were playing like Harry Potter movies on the wall
And that's cool.
projection. There was a little gnome in the back. Like, it was cool. It was really cool. And we were standing in the doorway because you had to walk through like a little snack area to get to the restaurant. And we were standing in the doorway looking into it, and he was explaining like his time there. Like, he was like, oh yeah, last time they were playing this movie projected on the wall. I'm like, yeah, this is actually really cool. Like, if they're open, I'd love to go in. And as we're saying this, like, we're not even standing in it, we're just standing in the door, like looking in. And this like construction guy, like, who obviously works there, is probably their repairman, walks through and is like, yeah, I'm sorry guys, we're not open, can you like just, can you get out? Like, yeah, you're just not supposed to be here. And I'm like, that made me so mad. I was like,
Like, we're not even here.
I'm like,
Where do
don't
you-
worry, see you never. And I said that right to his face. And I'm like, because I'll literally see you never. I'm never coming back here. Don't be mean to me. Like, you're not getting my money. I was gonna buy a snack, but then you had to go and be rude to a hungry girl on her birthday.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm building a doll in the shape of you, and I'm sticking needles in it. Okay.
With your emerald in your
That's
hair.
funny.
No,
Like,
he was, but as a girl in customer service, I'm like, I would never have said it the way he said it.
Yeah. I
And I'm
agree.
like, and I knew, I'm like, okay, I know I'm hungry by the way I took that.
Yeah.
But also I'm like, we're literally standing outside of the door looking into a place. Like, how am I bothering you? Like, can you just not? Yes. So I gotta go to Sugar Bowl.
Which,
Like,
like,
this
I
one-
honestly,
I gotta say, if
um,
someone tries to cut in front,
oh,
they're
I said
not gonna
some
get in front
things.
of me. I'd be like, I'm sorry, the line starts back there. Like, I wouldn't hesitate, and I won't be a bitch, but I will be kind of like firm. I'll be like, I'm sorry, there's a line. It's behind there. Like, go ahead. And
Yeah.
if they cut
What
in,
kind of
I
just
think I would step
happened?
up.
It's like,
Yeah, I gotta say,
what?
having like a 6'4" boyfriend who has been a security guard does not help me at all. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, you want to fight me? Want to fight me? You want to see who you're fighting? I'm like, you're not fighting a little 5'3" girl. You're gonna fight this guy, and he's like, not again. Like, can you stop getting
You're the
into
typical.
fights?
I
No,
would
I
have.
literally have a security guard.
What? Dude, it's
That
like
happened. I know
it's
we gotta let
it's like
Katie
a
go
condiment table.
because it's late. But
It
we went
is.
to this pop up. Actually, this shirt I'm wearing. This is gonna take 1 minute. We went to this car thing for Hassan because he's very into cars, and it was like this Porsche race, and it was like the reopening of Willow Springs Racetrack, which is like a really, like, it's a legacy racetrack. Some people bought it and then redid it, like, to make it really bougie, and they had 1 day only merch. And so this is one of them. And the merch line, like, literally, we were shoulder to shoulder, but zigzagging in like the most random shape through the room. So people were like, it was mashed in there as much as it could be mashed in there. The line was just insane. So they there's this one guy who like hopped from the end of one line into standing behind the other, and I remember like saying something to him, being like, but like as the my line moved up and he stayed where he was, I'm like, sir, don't lose your spot, like they're moving. And he was like, oh no, I'm over here. I'm like, are you sure? Like, you haven't been there the whole time. And Hassan was like, stop, I'm gonna fight you. And I'm like, but he's like, why isn't anybody else saying anything to this man? Like, why am I the only one saying anything? I don't get it. Like,
That's cute.
Californians are way too chill. Like, nobody wants confrontation. I want to rip the band-aid off and get it over with.
I
But
do not want confrontations.
I just need to bring you around.
Yeah, we need
more
Liv
places.
to do it for us.
I love it.
You're
Yeah.
childish.
My thing is, I'm not gonna let it like ruminate inside of me. I'm going to like free it, get it out of my system, make it someone else's. Like, if you're pissing me off, I'm gonna let you know what you're doing is pissing me off, and then it's gone. It's gone. I'm at peace. I'm like, excuse me, why'd you cut me? I'm not gonna sit there and be like, this person's in front of me, my burrito's getting cold, and I just want a salsa, but I can't get a salsa because this guy's getting ranch. Like, and that would just boil in me for hours. I know that. But if I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, go to the back of the line, then it would like fix everything for me. So like,
I did not say go to the back and say on the pod.
I want to know. Anyways,
When we cut off.
okay, it's the middle of the night for Katie, so I wanted to thank
Yes.
everybody for scooting with us.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, happy my birthday to everybody. This was great.
Happy birthday, Liv.
Thanks for
Happy
spending it
Super
to me.
Bowl.
Happy birthday.
Happy Super Bowl. Thank God they changed it so it's not on my birthday anymore. They pushed it back a week a few years ago. So now I never have to deal with Super Bowl Sundays on my
Nice.
birthday. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, thanks for watching. If you liked us, please find us on Instagram and TikTok at 17 Scooters Club. And if you're not watching us, you're missing out on these gorgeous faces. My dirty, dirty hair at 17 Scooters Club on YouTube. You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So yeah, thanks for watching.
We're
We'll see
everywhere.
you next time. Scoot, scoot. We're everywhere. You cannot get away from us. Bye. Two wheels are better than four. From the mountains to the shore, fun is rolling up to the pub. We're 17 Scooters Club.